Get your hearts ready, my friends, because I'm about to share one of the best kept secrets on the South Coast. Hello, Team Iceland. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jeannie, and I'm here to help you plan the best trip ever to Iceland. Today, I am so excited to share with you another edition of Jeannie on Location. So along the south coast of Iceland, between Selfoss and Vík, is a little village called Kvölsvöllur. Now, you might otherwise drive right by this little place without blinking, but not anymore, friends. After this video, I can promise you'll have another place to add to your itinerary. So the place is called Midgard Base Camp, and it is accommodation, restaurant, bar, chill out place, and tour operator all in one. What else would you need? During this video, I'm gonna be talking to you all about the Thorsmork Super Jeep Tour. And spoiler alert, it's amazing. So the day begins with a debrief about what to expect as far as the stops, safety, and of course, your chance to ask any questions. We all pile in to the biggest SUV that you've ever seen and start on our way. Now, I'm thinking that we're just gonna drive right into Thorsmork, but no, we're stopping at a secret location along the way and a place that only certain people in Iceland have access to, which is such a nice part of taking a tour, by the way. Also note the small group size. So within this Super Jeep, the tour guide is telling us about things along the south coast and Icelandic culture and all of this fun stuff, which is the really nice thing about taking such a small group tour. Okay, so now on to driving into Thorsmork. Now, you guys have probably seen my Highland series, so where I've already talked all about Thorsmork, which is one of the most beautiful places in the whole country. I've already been to Thorsmork a couple times, but never with snow. And this is like a totally different setting. It's so beautiful. I love mountains, I love glaciers, I love Iceland, I love snow. All of the things that I love all in one. So Thorsmork is looking particularly beautiful today. On the way, we can just stop at a couple locations to grab some photos, and hello, the weather was amazing that day. One of those really rare days in Iceland where there's not a lot of wind, the sky is blue, you're just like, what's going on? But I'll take it. As we're driving into Thorsmork, so we stop at Volcano Huts to grab a bite to eat. Now, it was possible for us to purchase the lunch at Volcano Huts, but we had brought our own lunch with us. So either way, after lunch, it's time to explore a little bit. So we went out for a hike. Now, which hiking trail? Obviously subject to the conditions of that year, but because of our group and time, we chose to hike from Volcano Huts to Langadalir, which is a pretty nice jaunt. Not too far, but remember, we're in the snow, so it's making it just a bit challenging. Either way, it was so beautiful out there. Not only was the weather perfect, but the scenery in Thorsmork is unbelievable. And Thorsmork is one of those places that not everyone can get to. I mean, it's closed half of the year. You need a very particular vehicle to get there. So taking this tour allows you to bypass both of those situations, right? It's so nice to be in this situation. You're with a nice tour guide that keeps you safe and you can get where you need to go and experience something that's so unique and just not everyone gets a chance to. So after several hours, I'm talking like this is a full day thing. After several hours, we start heading out of Thorsmork with one more very, very important stop at Stakholtsgjá, which is, I don't know, some kind of like gorge canyon out of a dream? This is literally Game of Thrones material. It's so beautiful back there, and this canyon just goes back and just keeps going, and you can walk, and there's this river, and there's snow, and the birds, and what? You're just like, this is a dreamland. So cool. I do want to point out, you guys, though, that each tour can be different, right? So these were our stops, but your tour could be different. All just depends on the time of year and where the guide feels like going that day, and maybe accessibility and what's safe to get to. So every tour can be unique. That's kind of cool as well, though. Now, on the drive home, Bjarni sang to us. so honored to be able to experience this. You guys know he's famous in Iceland, right? Thank you, Bjarni. Okay, after this big, huge, amazing adventure-filled day, it is time for a delicious beer. You know what I'm saying? So back at the base camp, Midgard has a bar and restaurant right on site, and lots of cozy places to just sit and curl up and decompress and let your muscles relax and just take in what was that whole day, you know? By the way, we had a delicious dinner there. They have this burger and it's really, really good. Like, you know, when just you're so hungry and then you have like the exact thing that you would want to have after a long day of hiking, that's that. And then to top it all off, the hot tub on the roof with the best view. What? Sometimes you just literally have to think in Iceland, like, what is life? This is one of those situations because this is my definition of a perfect day, by the way. It's amazing. Now, Midgard has several tour offerings throughout the year, but I think it's important to note their winter excursions in particular. Winter in Iceland is difficult enough for traveling as it is, right? And having a trusted tour company that not only runs day trips, but is also a place to eat, drink, and sleep is a huge bonus. Now, we did the whole thing, right? We did everything that they have, but you don't have to do everything. The thing to note is you can just do one thing or a couple of things, right? That's what's so nice about this place. But hey, you don't have to take it from me, take it from Björk.
For me, this is such a privilege to live here, to have the backyard, like Fjallabak, Þríhyrningur area, Seljalandsfoss, Thorsmork, being like in close connection to it and having this access to it. And I mean, the closeness to everything. We are the perfect base camp to like go wherever into the highlands or along the south coast. If you start a tour from here, it only takes you 10-15 minutes to arrive at the first big spot, so to speak. So you might manage the crowds and be ahead of them. So that's actually quite a nice point. People come in the morning, they join the tour, get free coffee, free toilet, and they join the tour, and then they come back. And like during summer, this is like the place is just like filled with life. But the nice thing also is, of course, that this is basically our family. The family feeling is maybe what people get when they come in here. I think for all of us, it's like this huge interest in Iceland and the love for the country. We like showing people what we love, showing the glint in like people's eyes when they see what we are showing them, and then leaving them a little bit changed from when they came. It's in our hearts, and I think that is what makes Midgard kind of special.
Couple of final pieces for you guys about Midgard. There are bunk and private accommodation available, so if you have a group of people or if you don't mind staying with other people and maybe you're on a budget, then the bunks would be nice. But if you want your private accommodation, private bathroom, then that's also available. Midgard Adventure offers so many different tours. They have cycling tours, hiking tours, day tours, multi-day tours, private tours, guided, group tours, all of the tours, right? So if you're in that South Iceland area, definitely check them out because it's such a nice way to add something to your itinerary to give you this unique experience in Iceland. Make your reservations in advance. This place is getting popular. They've been around for a while, but they've just beefed up their offerings, and so especially in the summer, this is the place to be. Lastly, thank you so much to Midgard for having me and my husband, and I look forward to having it as my home away from the city for future road trips. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today and watching this video. I am so happy to be able to bring these tours and excursions and places to you that are off the beaten path, that aren't the big places that everyone goes, because I think that's so important in making your trip unique. So I hope you loved this video and found it helpful. I'll see you next week for another Iceland video, but until then, happy planning.
Hani, krummi, hundur, svín, hestur, mús, tittlingur, galar, krunkar, gettir, hrín, kneggjar, tístir, sín.